Good morning, everyone. This is AnneARKy coming to you from the dark side of the moon. Now, I'm actually here at my base camp here. A little AnneARKy going on here. It's my little fire pit. Kept it up all night. Taking shifts and stuff like that. I'm not really here by myself. I do have other people that stay here with me. They all went out to go get some food. I'm just getting ready to go to my slave job right now. So, see if make some more money, but I do enjoy it here. I'm actually in a little hut. Here's one wall, the other wall behind me. It's actually covered in plastic. I still gotta work on the roof a little, but it's not really a whole lot of rain, lately. So I don't know. I'm not worried about it, but I actually plan on moving my little hut thing like all the way over there. So I'm gonna go and break it down and rebuild it again, make it a little more better, make it more of my liking, because this was kind of put together a little quickly. So I'm on a pallet. I got blankets. I have clothes and stuff like that out here. Let me see if I could take you around for a little bit before we end this episode. But I just want to point some stuff out. What people forget to remember about being a human being. And that's your right to shelter, your right to food, and your right to water. Those are three very important things. So I'll show you again. So here's my fire pit. We dug it out. We built it. Put rocks around it to guard it. I just pulled out this smoldering piece of wood right here, so that way I could conserve on fucking wood for later on. It's actually about probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning right now. All right. This is our secondary area. As you can see, there's another fire pit down there. It's our secondary fire pit, just in case for emergencies, because this actually, right where this area I walk on goes on a little slope. So this fire pit down here is actually higher up. So in case if it rains or if it floods a little, this pit won't be touched and we can still use it. It's actually covered by a lot of trees. So this pit stays relatively dry during rains and stuff like that. These is important things that you scope out when you're building your compound site and stuff like that. And there's a lot of us here. Sometimes I could have up to about, I would say, at a time, 3 to 4 people at a time. If not, the most my campsite can hold is at least 10. So if anybody's looking to join my group, you guys are more than welcome to come roguing with me out here in Chicago. All right, so this is a little flat area. And we're actually in the middle of a town. Believe it or not, I don't even want to say the name of the town because I don't want people or even the cops to even fucking know where the hell I am. Because then they're going to come here and they're going to tell me, oh, I can't be here. But I can. So there's my hut. Built that. It still, of course, needs more work and more time, but we do build without nails here. Because one, either you make your own tools or you bring them. So if you don't have any, try to make some. And if you can't, you got to work with what you got. Right, so there's my blankets, my pillows, supplies. Of course, there's a lot of garbage right here, which all has to be thrown out because you got to keep everything clean. You got to make sure that no little critters can come and bother you in the middle of the night. A good thing is we do keep a lot of stuff hanging in the tree. So that's another technique that we use when we're out here. You hang your garbage and hang all your food on the tree. So that way people don't, or not people, but animals don't get to it and tear open the bags and then make a big fucking mess like that down there. Because that's what happens when you unoccupy a campsite for, 3 or 4 days straight. Especially since I was getting that really nice stay at the Marriott Residence Inn. Now it's become Sonesta, so we might take a look into that. Because again, like I said, hotels are a great way to rogue without being tied down to one spot. Because then you could just leave whenever you want. And another good thing to use is storage facilities. If you can find any storage facilities, I do not recommend living there or trying to live out of a storage facility because they will kick you out. I myself have not gone through it, but one of my ICs in the company, they have went through that, even though we had told them about that. So, sorry about that, Ollie. But that's pretty much it for right now. A couple of tips, though. The reason why you see a lot of these big containers is because you got to store a lot of water. Water is very important, especially when starting your compound. People are going to get thirsty. People are going to want to like use water for shit. You use it to clean your dishes. You use it to clean your cookware that you use on the fucking, pit. So, I mean, you got to drink it, right? We're like 75% water, so okay, we have to have water here. And food. Food is another very important commodity here. But you have to know how to store it properly, and you have to know when to eat all your food, when to cook all your food, and when to do certain things. Like, you can't cook all day, every day, because of course you're going to be out and about doing stuff. But at the same time, you get to learn the laws of nature while you're out here. Like, there's no going out of the campsite after dark, because one, if you're in the woods, look at how much woods there are. You can get hurt walking in here in the middle of the night. So I would love to get more people out here who would be interested in going roguing. If not, if you're a big camper, this is a good thing to come and join and to come and be a part of. Of course, it is fall. As you can see, a lot of the leaves are down on the ground. It is starting to get chillier and stuff like that, so that's why we got a campfire this early in the morning. Normally, that's not a thing because morning that conserves wood, but I don't know. I enjoy being out here. I think people make it sound a lot harder than what it is. Most of it is common sense. Like, if you don't have common sense, of course you wouldn't last very long out here, because obviously you don't care enough about yourself to learn how to take care of yourself, feed yourself, clothe yourself, shelter yourself. You want everything pampered and spoon-fed to you on a silver plate, or, even if it comes prepackaged. It's easier to buy one than it is to go make one. Which I understand, everybody is not meant to do everything. And that's why you're supposed to collaborate with each other and get what you need. My final words or final notes on this thing: come roguing with me. Just come rogue with me. I think I make things pretty fun. I mean, I'm pretty, when you go roguing with other people, one, you got to be likable enough. It doesn't mean like, oh, you got to be popular. It just means like, are you a whole enough person to be around other people and deal with their differences on a natural scale and work together and be able to make someplace yours. Which, of course, we're not going to be here very long. We do plan on moving, picking up and moving things around, and probably either going farther back into the woods, so that way, because our coverage, because just to let you know, right there, that's the main road. It's a very main road to this town that I stay in, so, I mean, it's starting to thin out because of the leaves, so we don't think that this spot is very much safe for very much longer, so that's why we want to go further back there. So, this is AnneARKy coming to you from the dark side of the moon, and keep watching me on Wham TV and Wham Radio. I will try to keep uploading as weekly as I can. If not, any new updates that I find on stuff that's going on. All right, I'll talk to you guys.